phone. I heard my phone bleep, you know, that means I got a text message. But I can't find my phone. Hang on a second. It just bleeped as I was pressing the button. Where did I put it? It could be important because I'm doing some oh, here it is. Okay, fell down. I'm doing some things. Oh, I gotta turn off YouTube sound. It keeps happening every time I do this. I leave YouTube. Hang on a second. Let me turn off the sound on YouTube. I like to leave YouTube open. Hang on a second. It could be important because I'm doing some. Okay. Every time I turn on Google Hangouts, I turn on YouTube also to see what's happening over there. But I forget that I gotta mute it. And actually, there's no reason to open YouTube anymore. I've now realized that if I launch from Google Hangout, the Google Plus page, I can't get a chat in YouTube. That's just the way it is. If I want to chat, I have to launch from YouTube live event. I have not invited anyone to this today, but I learned something new. You can invite. I'm not wearing my glasses, so if my eyes are going all over the place, it's because I don't know what I'm looking at. I see a blue light there, but so I'm going to give up on the chat thing. I mean, I'm going to probably start launching from YouTube always so people can chat, because I think that's more important than the showcase. I like the idea of the showcase and where I can use I think I could still use, today I launched from Google Plus. I think I can still use the other features, but for some reason, if I launch from Google Plus, I can't get a chat. Oh, who's written to me here? Oh, my friend. No. Oh, it's all Facebook stuff. Let's see. Next Wednesday. Oh, okay. Yes. Short assignment on Wednesday. I'll just tell her yes. Yeah, Wednesday's fine. I haven't been able to get a full length assignment during the week because I'm getting more dental work done. I'm telling you, every year I go for my checkup, I've got cavities, and cavities that were filled previously have started filtering, and my mouth is a mess. I mean, my teeth look pretty decent, you know, but it's because I'm always going to the dentist. But it's a fortune. I mean, that's one thing. Like, I live so frugally. You know, I don't make a lot of money right now, especially. And I'm always living like very carefully so I don't get into debt. But the one thing that has messed me up always has been my teeth. My teeth for my own fault. I'm not blaming anyone, but I love candy. I'm eating it all the time. And I guess, you know, I've been kind of lazy about flossing my whole life. I floss, but like now I'm doing it more often now that I'm in danger of losing all my teeth. But, you know, flossing, they've been telling me since I was in grammar school that it's important to floss. But I don't know why I just, you know, at night you're tired. You just want to brush your teeth and go to bed. You don't feel like. So anyway, so I'm just a little bit like, angry with myself. That's one thing in my life that I really regret. I really regret not being better about my teeth. You know, taking care of them better. I'm a little nervous today, you can tell. I'm drinking this. This is called Klausthaler. It's a non-alcoholic beer. Because I love beer, but I don't have a high tolerance, so this is non-alcoholic beer. I think it has like it says 0.5%. It's like nothing. So I'll drink a whole 6-pack. I've done it in the summertime when it's really hot. I'll drink one after the other. I would never do that with real beer, but this beer, you know, it's like drinking the soda pop or something. Anyway, the reason I came on, I got sidetracked. Did that message go through? Okay, I kind of had a good knitting club last week. I did the knitting club that I'm, on my clothing design channel, and someone came in, a really interesting lady who's a crafter, and she has a shop on Etsy, and we had a discussion. I ended up prolonging it because she was so interesting, and I enjoyed talking with her. And I figured out how to get people to come. You don't have to invite each person individually. It makes sense now, but at the time, what I had done last Sunday that I'd never done before was I went to, how did I do it? I copied the link. It just seems so logical. I don't know why I couldn't figure it out, but you copy the link, the invite where you invite people, there's a link there. I copied that link and I started posting it in different Google community forums, like, the Google communities. So I went to a few of the knitting ones and I posted there. Oh, come on, I'm on live now. And as it turns out, that link, anyone who clicks on that link can log into Google and automatically go straight inside to your, turn on their cam. So what I'm going to do now, it might have already appeared on my Google Plus page. Let me see if it's there. So if it's there, if you click on the link, you can just come on in. You don't have to be specifically invited. That's the part I wasn't getting. I thought I had to have all these people on a list so that I could invite out, send the invitation out. And no, I could take that link and post it to Twitter. And anyone in the entire world clicks on that link. And if they have a Google account, they have to have a Google Plus account, log into Google, and they come right straight into the Hangout. So I learned that last week, experimenting with posting in the forums. I thought I was inviting people to come watch. I didn't realize that I was inviting them to click and join. So that lady popped up. I was like, oh, well, I don't remember inviting you. Not that I was, unhappy that she came, but it's like I didn't realize that I had invited people that way. So, and finally, it was interesting enough that I decided to leave it set to public in my on my design channel, the other channel, which the ones prior have been so boring. I said, if I post these, people are not going to want to ever come because they're so boring. It's just me knitting. So this Sunday, I'm thinking it's going to be really interesting because now I know how to invite people from all over the world. But now I'm thinking if they do start to get interesting, I'm not sure I want them all on my clothing design channel, which is sort of just short tutorials. Those are shorter videos. And people who are happy with those short tutorial or short, half hour or less, people that are happy with that format might start to resent that every week, especially since I'm not putting up tutorial videos every week, they might start to resent that every single week you get this 2-3 hour long video of just knitting, because that's not what they're there for. She's probably responding. Let me see. Right, I keep in mind. Okay. This has been quiet. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just write to this lady. They have not. I'm so sorry. I have to write to her. This has to do with work, so. So in a moment, I'm going to post the link, or it might be on my Google Plus page. Feel free to join in on the conversation. I just haven't. Okay. Okay, I just have to let her know Tuesday I'm not available. I have to go and finish up some dental work. It took 2 visits what they had to do. They had to do all kind of drilling, and they messed up. I cannot snap gum anymore. In a way, I kind of figured that I wouldn't be able to because anyway, Tuesday. One moment. I'm sorry. I'm a slow texter because I do each word. I spell out the words. I don't use text language. I use actual words. And sometimes I have a long text. Like, for example, I'm not available in the morning is what I'm writing. So I write, I am not available in the morning. Whereas someone else would say, I'm not avail in the AM, you know, and I spell out morning. I don't know why. I know I could do it shorter, but I don't feel right about it. I feel like it's disrespectful. Okay. What was I talking about? Oh, so I got to go to the dentist again Tuesday. It's the 3rd. Like the first day I went, it was a checkup where they told me, oh my gosh, we could tell you haven't been flossing this year again, Ms. Oops, say my last name. Oh, you might figure it. You know, if you go to my clothing design channel, you could probably find my name because I've got links to stuff that I've done. So, but anyway, so they scolded me and all, and you got to get this done. And I'd been having some pain over here, so I knew there was something going on. And yes, sure enough, there was. So they had to drill my whole up here. They had to do all this drilling and over here, and they had to put some temporary things there. And now I got to get permanent things put in this week. That's Tuesday morning. And then I'll be done for now. Then I'm going to have to go back. I'm going to wait a few months because I still got to pay what they fixed over here. I had a lot messed up over here, but I had a really bad problem over here. And this was the side that I chewed gum on, which now that they've done the work, I can't, and I probably won't be able to afterwards. But if I keep practicing, maybe I can regain it. But I had just regained the ability to do it from the other dental work that I'd done about 2 years ago. So anyway, that's why I did the gum snapping video on my ASMR channel just before, you know, about a week ago or so, because I knew I was going to the dentist to get some work done on my teeth. And I said, most likely it's going to mess me up. So that's why I was doing a lot of gum snapping videos. You'll notice if you're on my other channel, but I won't be doing those on probably for a while until I learn how to do this again. But so I'm a little bummed because those were the most popular videos. It's incredible. Like the videos where I might have spent more time on them, like really trying to get them good, don't get as much attention as the gum snapping one. Apparently some people have a really big thing for gum snappers, for gum snapping noises. So it's warm in here. It's, you know, I'm in southern United States. It's warm down here. Okay, so I'm going to get the link. And, oh, right. I wanted to see how to post a link onto my web page. So let me get the link. Now, to get the link, I guess I could go to my Google Plus page first. And it's there. Okay, there's no invitation there, though. It's just showing that you can come see the thing. But I haven't invited anyone. So to invite someone, I have to post the link on my Google Plus page. So I've opened, oh, there's the showcase. Oh, right, because I launched Google Plus, right, okay. Oh, wait a minute. The link, now to get the link, I guess I can go to my Google Plus page. Oh, goodness, okay, there, okay. All right, I got to go to my Google Plus page. I get confused here. Okay, there's my Google Plus page. I don't need to go to that. I need to go to the Hangout. And at the top, it says where I can invite people. shouldn't it? There it is. Okay, so I click on invite people. Then I get that link. Okay, this is quiet. Okay, so there's the link. So if I share the link at the top, it says so right there. I'm not wearing my glasses, excuse me. I got to get really close to be able to see what I'm doing. I usually wear contact lenses, but then I can't see up close, and I have to use, on top of my contact lenses, I have to use glasses. So I'm a mess. Okay, so there's the link. So here's my concern. I want to be able to, I want to embed, I guess I would embed the YouTube video, but I would have to change it every week. Now it's making sense. Because it's not the same YouTube live stream every week. I assume it opens up a brand new, or is it the same one? I'd like to be able to just put a link in there so it automatically goes there, which I think there is a way to do it. There must be something, so I got to figure that out. But here's the link. So I have the link. So now I'm going to go to my Google Plus page. So anyone who's watching, if you want to join in on this Hangout, go to my Google Plus page in a minute. I haven't posted it yet. Okay, I got the link. I'll post that on my Google Plus page. So if you want to join in my Hangout, you click on that and it'll say if you want to join. And when you press join, you'll be in my Hangout with your camera on. If you're not going to turn your camera on, don't come to my Hangout. You may as well just watch. Okay. Or at least your microphone. Okay, your microphone. I mean, I'd like you to have your camera too, but at least your microphone. Okay, so Google Plus page. Here we go. So I'm going to enter this, and then I'm going to go put my contact lenses on because I hate having to go forward like this to see what I'm doing. Okay, so I am in the Hangout. Click on this invitation to join me. And I could even do it on, I don't want to do it on Twitter, actually, because Twitter people are people who follow my YouTube clothing design channel. So I don't want them coming to, I mean, if they somehow find me in the winding road of YouTube on their own, fine. But it's not, I don't want to invite people from my big channel here. You know, I assume if they're that interested, they'll do more research and find me themselves. I'm not. Okay, I'm in the Hangout. Click on this invitation to join me. I'm putting the link. Oh, I don't like how that looks, though. I wonder if I could. I don't like how that looks. Wait a minute. I have not posted it yet. I'm so sorry if you're still waiting for me to post this. Public. Okay, let me start over. I want to do this. what if I do link, put it here? It's the same thing. It looks kind of yucky, but I'm in the Hangout. Click on this invitation to join me and share. So I've shared it on my Google Plus page for Ramble Scramble. I've got 3 Google Plus pages, and I'm going to open a 4th one for my knitting. So that'll be, I have 4 channels. I will have 4 channels. I have one is my clothing design channel. The second one is ASMR channel. This is the 3rd one. This is the one I opened because I want to have a channel where I could just do whatever I feel like doing, you know. So that's what this channel is. So this is the channel where it could be anything. It could be a photo of my dog. Well, I don't have a dog anymore, but it could be family stuff. It could be, you know, anything I feel like. So you won't get any kind of consistency here. It's whatever happens to be of interest to me at any given time. Okay, and the 4th channel is going to be the live stream recordings of my Sunday knitting club, which is kind of turning into a Sunday knitting and other things club. It's a chat. It's a Sunday chat. I'm probably going to change it. Probably going to change it, the name of it. You know, I want knitters to come, but if you don't knit, I want you also to feel free to come and join and talk. So it's really a Sunday chat club. Maybe I should not even say it's a knitting club. Maybe I should say it's a Sunday chat club. If you want to knit, feel free. Because some people have written to me say, oh, I'd love to go, but I don't knit. you know, and I want people to come whether they knit or not. If it's not that full, maybe I should do a knitting club, you know. Well, that'll be my live stream. That'll be their live stream recording. So I'll figure out what. It's only just now. For example, the lady that came last Sunday, did knit because I posted it on a knitting website. But she did other crafts too, and she was showing me her crafts, and I really enjoyed that. I really like people. It's sort of like they invite you into their home. She showed me her dog. She showed me she has a parrot, an African gray. I really enjoyed it. You know, I like inviting each other. It's sort of like you're inviting people into your home and they're inviting into your home. It's a really nice feeling. I enjoyed that. So hopefully some of you, if you're watching this, will come this Sunday. Okay. So I'm not going to invite people directly, but I wish you would come into the room. Well, maybe I could invite someone. Why don't I? Let's see if anybody's online. I'm going to go into my, and from your Gmail. So I just you post the link so you can invite whoever you want. And you go into your Gmail, which is linked to that account, and you can see who is actually on, who's logged on. So then you could say, oh, there's so-and-so. I'm going to invite her to my chat, hang on a second. No, they haven't. All right. I want to put before I continue, I'm going to put on my, contact lenses. Okay. Yeah, no, and I don't see anyone there in my Gmail. I don't see anyone online. But sometimes if you go into your Gmail, there's like a list on one of the sides, and if it's green, that means somebody's online. Okay, let me put my contact lenses in. And then I'm going to try to post, embed like the live stream on my website just to see if it works. I could always change it later, but I want to see if that works. Okay. That's a long one. I think I mixed them up. I don't know which is which. Sometimes, sometimes I think I might have mixed up my contact lenses too. You know, you have a right one and a left one, and they're not always the same. They're not always the same prescription. See, so I put my contact lenses in. So now I can see fine, except I can't see up close now because the contact lenses are for far. I'm very, very short-sighted. So now it's kind of overcompensated. Now I can see very clearly from here. But now to see the computer, I have to put my glasses on. So, you know, I just have to deal with it. Okay. Let me have a sip of my non-alcoholic beer. My father went out to buy a new washing machine. The one we have wasn't working right. Oh, because it's 11:40 and he cooks for me. I'm getting hungry, but I can cook. I know how to cook. I've just become, after my divorce, I moved back in with my parents, and I've gotten very spoiled. That's one thing I can be very grateful for. My parents spoil me rotten. Here, somebody just wrote to me. Okay, thank you. She's just letting me know that she got my message. Okay. And I'm actually taking antibiotics for this work. They had to drill deep, you know, like deep. So it still hurts a teeny bit, but it's much better. I had it done over a week ago. It was like a mini operation, like a root canal, you know. Okay. And since then, I've like been, I feel like eating candy, but my concern for my teeth is still making me be able to resist more. I've had some candy, but like as soon as I eat the candy, I run and brush my teeth quickly, you know. Whereas before I'd eat the candy and whatever, I'd just eat the candy, enjoy my day, and I'd brush my teeth whenever when I got home or when I went to when I was going to sleep or something. So, but now it's like I'm like a phobic of candy, but then sometimes my desire gets the better of me and I eat it, and then I quickly rush, like as soon as I'm finished, I quickly go and I brush my teeth. So, I mean, it's a little too late, but okay, I keep getting sidetracked. So, all right, so what I'm going to do is go to my web. Oh no, bummer. To log into my website, I'm going to have to use a different computer. I just realized because my website is on a different channel, and that website is linked to my YouTube account. It's a whole Google thing, Blogspot, YouTube, and Google Plus. They're all linked. They're interlinked. You log into one, you're automatically logged into all the others. AdSense, Analytics, Google Analytics. So I'm logged into a different one now. I could try it, but that would log me off of this. So how do I do it? Because I want the live stream to show. Okay, let me see. I'm going to copy the live stream from YouTube. I'm going to copy the live. See, that's the video link. So once the live stream ends, the address, in YouTube is going to be, that's going to be the video name, I believe. I thought there was like one. I know it's possible because there's a gentleman on YouTube who's very well known, and he does a live stream 3 times a week. And he has a website, and he has linked the live stream to his website. Now, I don't know, maybe every week he changes the link so that it's up to date. I guess I was under the impression it was just, I could go to that person's website. This is something I sometimes do. I go to someone's website. If I see something that I like, if you right click on it, you get the source code for the website, and you can you have to know a little bit about JavaScript and HTML language, which I do, very basic. I mean, I've been doing websites on my own. I started learning how to do websites in 1990, late 1990s. I don't remember the exact year, but it was before the year 2000. I started doing my own websites, which, kind of were just these silly websites about dumb stuff. But that's where I learned source code, because back then you didn't have all these user-friendly website builders. If you wanted to build a website, you had to really know about FPT, file transfer protocol, and like sort of more technical stuff, which, I was barely understanding it, but I had learned just enough to be able to sort of crank out I wouldn't even say it was a decent web page. They were really crappy web pages, but looking back, I mean, now it's easy. You just sign up for a web service and they have it user-friendly. Just here, you want this picture, just press this button. It's really great. I mean, I never could have gotten a website like the ones I have now if I had to know what I was doing, actually. But still, I had learned how to get a picture up there, like the language. I'd learned where you can get a picture. If you click on it to open in a new window, you have to change the language a little bit. Just very minor things. There was a site called WebMonkey, and I would go over there and it would tell, I wonder if that site is still, because I haven't gone back there in a while, because now that it's so user-friendly, I don't go back there anymore. But webmonkey.com, like I would be on there. I mean, it was interesting to me, even though I wasn't doing such great websites. Webmonkey.com. And I got most of my learning from there. You know, YouTube videos were, I hadn't even heard of YouTube. I don't know if it existed in the 90s, the late 90s, but those, I didn't use them. I don't think YouTube was around in the 1990s. WebMonkey, okay, web development and design. I mean, this is even fancier than it was when I last went. But yeah, you got the cheat sheets. If you go to webmonkey.com, on the right side, you see there, it says cheat sheets. Yeah, they still have it. HTML, JavaScript, design, and more. So they still have it. So if you want to go more in depth and understand what web pages are made of, webmonkey.com, that's where I learned, you know, in the early days. But then as things started getting better and better and user-friendly, I kind of got lazy about understanding what I was doing, because I said, oh, good, they did all the work for me. So cheat sheets, you know, HTML cheat sheet. Actually, this wasn't there before. The cheat sheet wasn't there. You had to actually type in the search. How do I, and then, so the basic tags, the body. Oh, I'm going to look at this. I'm not going to do it right now, but formatting table. Oh, I want to do a table, actually. Creates a table. This is wonderful, because I've been wanting to do a table on one of my blog posts. And my blogspot.com, I don't see where I can put in a table. So this will help me. Oh, that's great. Okay, good. All right, I got that. Now, all right, I think that's it. I won't continue here, because, well, let me see here. Let me go to that other man's page. Actually, sometimes that page gets so bogged down with traffic, I can't even get in. He's getting really popular. Yeah, like now it's really slow, because people go on there a lot. It's sort of an educational, he's an interesting guy, because it's like he's educational, but he's sort of a shock jock, but at the same time he's educating. So he's reaching people. It's like he's educating people and reaching people who ordinarily wouldn't become educated. But because he does a bit of the shock jock stuff mixed in with educational messages, you know, about society, about, you know, how it's important to have personal responsibility for things. And like, I started watching him. Like, first I thought he was obnoxious. I'm like, you know, the things he would say, they're shocking. You can't believe that he's saying it. See, I can't even get in now. But I think he's been improving the site himself. So, but then I don't know why I kept listening, because he said a few, I guess he was shocking, and he said some stupid stuff that I thought he was just another shock jock. I thought to myself, oh, big deal. Like, we don't have enough of those. But there must be something he said in his video that I first watched that made me stay. I'm not sure what it was. I guess because he was funny. He's really funny. He says funny things. And I don't know. So then I was like, well, he's good for a laugh. So I would go back every once in a while and listen to him. And I just started like realizing there's more to this guy than just a shock jock. You know, and he's not. So I just kept watching, and that's when I realized there is more to him than I thought. He's reaching people in the way that he knows he can reach them. And he's reaching a section of people, a segment of society where ordinarily they wouldn't be reached, because people have kind of discarded them, like, oh, they're hopeless. You know, so I really grew to admire him. And then I noticed how he's doing all this stuff. You know, he's taking full advantage of the internet to reach people, you know, just YouTube, live stream, website, what else? He's got a few channels, like, and each channel is catered. This is where I'm getting this idea for myself, you know, even though my message is completely different. I just wanted people to maybe sew a little bit or knit, but what he's doing is very effective. He's getting out there. So, but I don't know, he's kind of controversial. That's why I'm not saying his name, because on the one hand, I guess if I were sure enough about myself and my platform and all that, I wouldn't care what people think. But yeah, I do care. I worry that if people know that I liked him, they may stop going to my YouTube channel. For example, he's so controversial that he's at a stage where you could theoretically lose viewers because some people despise him. They really do. And I can understand those people too, because some of the stuff he says, if you don't really listen and pay attention and understand what he's doing, it can be very, very offensive. And he offends everybody. He offends certain people more so. But because he expects, I think, he expects more from those people. So, but he said some things that have offended me. And I've been like, forget it, you know. But then I kind of go back because that was my thing. I said, yeah, he offended me, but that's just this one time. But most of the time he's offending other people. And it would be quite hypocritical of me to be laughing at things he says when he's offending other people. And now it's my turn and I get offended and I don't want to see him anymore. You know, so that's what I kind of did a little introspection. And I said, I can't be a hypocrite. You know, when he offends me, I just got to grin and bear it and swallow it, you know, because he's really offending everybody and he's offending nobody. I don't know. I'm not going to. You have to understand where he's coming from and understand that offending is sort of his way of communicating. You know, we're all taught to be polite and not say what we think. And, you know, even if you say what you think, you're taught that you have to say it a certain way and be respectful. And some people don't get it. Some people don't get it when you talk to them politely. You know, I'm one of those people that if you tell me politely, well, perhaps you could consider, you know, I'm a little better about it now. But when I was younger, maybe someone would be suggesting something to me politely and I wouldn't get it. So maybe I need someone to just tell me, this is how you're acting and this is how the society perceives you and you better, you know, stop it. So I didn't mean to go off on that tangent. And then he'll speak in general terms, but it's understood he knows that not everybody, for example, if that day he's decided to go off on white women, he'll say, white women do this and blah, blah, blah. Because he has gone off on white. Not often. He's not usually making an attack on white women. But he'll say, white women do this and blah, blah, blah. And what was my point? Yeah. So, you know, instead of getting offended, you got to think, okay, I mean, we know he's not talking about all white women. He says that, but it's implied and understood that he's talking about some white women do that. But if you're one of those white women that do that, you might look into yourself and see if you are one of those white women who does that. I'm using white women as an example. It could be anything. It could be any race of person or gender. If you do your introspection and you think, do I do that? Well, actually, what he said there, I do that sometimes. You know, if you kind of hold off your pride a little bit. So he's called me out on something. I mean, not personally, he doesn't know me, but when he says that, and if it doesn't apply to you, then, oh yeah, but you might even say, oh, well, yeah, I have noticed that other white women do that, but it hadn't occurred to me that it bothered anyone. So now you're more sensitive to it. And, well, anyway, I go on so many tangents. So what I'm going to do is, so yeah, I'm following that gentleman's, how he does things, because he's reaching people, and I'd like to reach people with my, you know, with my little website and my clothing design stuff, and, you know, maybe sell some things on Etsy that way too. I mean, yes, my goal is to, I don't know if I could ever make a living at this because it's a lot of work for hardly any compensation. But, you know, the compensation isn't financial. The compensation is you feel good. You know, sometimes people will write you and say, oh, you know, you helped me. I didn't know how to do this and now I do. And so part of the compensation is that it's really hard to make an actual living doing YouTube and doing internet stuff, but it's possible too. Some people actually have achieved that. I don't think I will, But I'd like to be able to make a little, I am making a small amount through the Google ads per month. I've gotten up to a consistent, from my clothing design channel, I get enough views now that I'm making a little extra cash every month. It's not much, but you know, it's nice, especially when I don't have steady work. So I'm thinking if I could just get more people to watch my videos and go to my website, because I make a little from there too. You have Google, I have some Google ads on there. But my problem with my website, and I even feel that way in YouTube too, I don't like putting advertisement all over my website. I try to put very subtle ads here and a little bit there, and try not to be too commercially, like with all these Google ads all over, the flashing and blinking. And the YouTube ads, I gave into that because for a while I was resisting. I said, I'm not going to put advertising on my channel. But you know, things were getting a little tough and I was going through my divorce, and I said, well, people do like to watch. And so I gave in. I sold out. And if you have enough views, you get offered a YouTube partnership. So I guess I had enough views, and they had offered it, and I kept not accepting. I was too proud, and I'm not going to be bought, and you know this. And I finally gave in, and I said, well, because I am so annoyed when I'm watching a YouTube video and that ad comes up in the front. It's annoying to me. So I was always saying I couldn't do that to people, but I kind of said, well, you know, and so I did. And I did. And when I started doing the ads on my YouTube video, because I had up until then had been making very, very little money every month on Google ads on my website, where I had placed them just a little bit here and there, so it didn't look too intrusive, but it was nothing. And since I started putting the ads on my videos, it really went up a lot. I mean, it's still under, it's not even $100 a month. It's not even that. But it went closer to $100 than before, a lot closer. So not to be telling you how much I make, which isn't that much anyway, but just to give you an idea, the YouTube videos, they do generate an income. If you've been thinking about, I mean, you know, if you don't get a lot of views, I wouldn't bother, because you're more likely to alienate your viewers in that case. But you know, if you have something that you really feel people want to watch, and you feel you have a kind of a steady following, you could try maybe putting on 1 or 2 videos. You have the choice of which videos you want to put the ads on. You can put them on all of them. I kind of pick and choose the ones I want them to appear on. Some I don't put ads on at all, because I say, well, this is a short video and it's really just to direct people somewhere, so I'm not going to charge for that. Like if it's directing them to another website or something. All right. Okay. Boy, I really rambled on. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Let me go here, and then I'm gonna fiddle more with these links. See you later.